Batman Crusader Season 1, Episode 10, titled Savage Night, and this episode being the final episode of Season 1 and wrapping up the Harvey Dent storyline. And because last episode, Harvey became Two-Face, he was hunting down the people who made his face, hunting down the Mafia who was responsible for throwing acid to his face, and hunting with a thorn, but of course Batman stopped him. He's in Blackgate, and now Barbara Gordon shows up at his cell saying, "I'm your lawyer, and I'm your lawyer. It doesn't matter if you like it or not." So, what I thought of this episode, I thought it was a good conclusion to the Harvey Dent story. And it feels a very natural thing to do, which is like, okay, Ruther Thorne is still alive. We're dealing with the mob in Gotham, and just being in jail isn't enough. They want, mob bosses, they want to make sure that you are never going to get out of that cell ever again. So they're trying to make you dead. They're trying to make you dead. They're going to make you trying to be dead in a serious manner. Because that's what happens in this episode, that Harvey gets extorted, but Flash and Bullet who are corrupt cops in this. Harvey and Bullet, who work for Ruther Thorne, are like, just being in jail isn't enough. You need to be gone. You need to be dead. Ruther Thorne wants to do it personally, so we're going to kind of do what he says. And meanwhile, you have Barbara, Batman, Gordon, trying to find Harvey, trying to find where they're at. And it all leads to this showdown at the docks. And I'm watching it, and I maybe because I heard the final two episodes is like, oh my god, I can't believe what I'm watching. I'm watching this, I'm like, it feels like this is an epilogue. It feels like a decent epilogue, this episode. It's not bad, it's not good, it's not terrible. I mean, it's just a good epilogue to the last episode. And you got the neat action sequences, finding, Flash and Bullet are captured and are being corrupted, and of course the moment Batman gets the gun, the moment you see Batman pointing a gun at someone, you go, what's going on here? Is he gonna break one of his rules? Is this Batman gonna be killing? Because clearly this Batman is clearly inspired by what he was in the 40s, and in Batman in the 40s didn't really have an issue of him, had 100% had no issue of killing. So, and maybe even had the no gun rule. It's like, yeah, fine, I'll shoot a gun occasionally. So clear, so I thought I wouldn't be shocked that, okay, this Batman might actually kill, in the spirit of what the character was back at the beginning. But of course, typical Batman fashion, he just shoots the round, Flash, and make it like, oh, you thought I'm going to kill you, but I'm not going to kill you. I just want you to shit in your pants a bit. But yeah, I just thought it was a decent finale. And of course, there's a couple Easter eggs with the final, the final Batman shot, the not the tease for season 2, but the background shot of a recreation of the opening sequence for Batman the Animated Series with the lightning bolt, Batman staying on the rooftop, that whole thing. Okay, that's a neat little Easter egg. And I kind of figured out that, yeah, this is a Batman who is guarded, but out through the season, he's going to be very more open, definitely towards Alfred. But he says, he says to Alfred, not Pennyworth, because this whole series, he's just been calling him Pennyworth. But he's been calling, when he says Alfred, you're like, okay, this is a guy who is going to be a little bit more open. He's going to be more it's him transforming into a more classical version of the character. Not just like, you know what it feels like a little bit. It feels like if the Dark Knight Returns Batman was young. that's that's a way to say it. Hey, you never know. In your head, can this version does become the Dark Knight Returns? You know, knowing that story takes place in the 80s. But anyway, but yeah, I thought it was good and all that. Now, of course, the big teaser, the tease for the upcoming season is Joker. Yeah, and yeah, I'm hearing people moaning the moment we saw people cackling and laughing and see the white eyes and that, and I will say this: for the average Joe, they want if Sherlock Holmes has Moriarty, Joker is Batman's Moriarty. And every time there's a new version, the average Joe wants to know what is that version of the Moriarty is. It's just one of those things for a lot of people. It's like it's kind of weird name for the Joker, right? Even though the comic fans and people who are aware of the lore are like, oh my god, can he just like, there's all these other villains out there, and the pick one, like pick anyone else but him, but he's the big bad, he's the big villain, he's the and also the most iconic one. So, and of course, every version for me personally, and I think for the average Joe, every version of Batman, you're kind of curious at the back of your head, like, I wonder what this version of Joker's gonna be like, because it's gonna eventually happen. But by the sounds of it, because he does say a line. My guess is just gonna be they haven't cast him yet. It's just they pick some random guy to say this one line. But it looks like this Joker is gonna be more what he was in the Golden Age, which is less like ha ha he ho ho. It's for a mafia boss. It sounds like it's gonna be like a mix of the two, where it's just who's the new king in town, who's gonna take down Ruther Thorn. It's gonna be Joker, and then it's all gonna be So it's because he kind of looks like, even by just the eyes, he kind of does look like he's gonna be a more golden age take on the character. So anyway, comment below what you thought of this episode, and comment below what you thought of the season as a whole.